Hey guys, today we're going to talk about children's behavior, specifically the fact that children will utilize behavior that is effective for them. So, an example, I work with children every day, and one of the things I request throughout my day is quiet hands. I'll always say, who with a quiet hand can tell me this? Or who with a quiet hand would like to help me with this? And a lot of children will raise their hands, but some of them will even raise their hands and make noises to draw attention to themselves. So I get a lot of the, ooh, pick me, or I know, or just ooh, ooh, ooh. And, years ago my eyes would be drawn to those noises, and I have even been guilty of calling on those louder hands when I asked for quiet hands. But I learned after years of doing that I'm never going to get a quiet hand because that child has learned this is more effective. That friend had a quiet hand, but I didn't, but all of the attention went to me because I was loud. So why would I ever be able to expect quiet hands if I'm calling on loud hands? And parents probably deal with the same thing. Maybe you're dealing with nap time, bedtime, or whatever, and your toddler or child just is really fighting their naps. And a common thing that I've heard is just maybe emptying out their dresser drawers, throwing clothes all over their room while you're watching on the monitor, and then what happens, you get drawn in to that moment. Well, that's exactly what the child wanted, and it was effective. They don't want to go to bed, they want your attention, and they're eliciting behaviors, and it's effective for them, so they're going to continue to do that. We've talked about power struggles. Sometimes you can say, well, this is something that you did, and your child might refute that and say, no, I didn't do that, and now we're getting caught into this little argument of a power struggle, and it's effective for the child. Sometimes, students or children will just try to argue with me, and I don't allow myself to be baited into that moment, because if I do, they're going to feel that sense of power, and it's going to be effective. If I can show them that I'm losing my patience or becoming frustrated, that is effective for them. So we just always got to think of that when you're struggling with these things, when you're always being drawn into things that you're not wanting to. It's because you probably aren't being consistent. And that's another thing I hear a lot from parents or educators, like, I need to be more strict. And you don't need to be more strict. What we need to do is be more consistent. Okay? So just leave this video and think to yourself, when you're dealing, with your child or students, whatever you do, is this effective for my child? And if it is, that's why they're continuing to elicit whatever it is that they're doing, is because it's effective for them. And if you can take that away, that effectiveness away, and teach them, through your expectations and not breaking your expectations. We always say what you mean what you say, and just be consistent. Okay? So I hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching.